Hi everyone, welcome to my video on maintaining and using paintbrushes in terms of working with watercolor. So the brushes I'm going to be talking about today are Craftsmart synthetic brushes. Cheap brushes I've gotten from Walmart or Michael's in the past. I got a 24 pack for like $10.99 a couple years ago. This is that same pack. So in terms of paintbrushes, whether you're using acrylic or watercolor like we're using today or tempera, there are three parts to the paintbrush. And this is how I teach my students. So whether you're an artist, a hobbyist, or a student in a classroom, I hope this video finds you well. The three parts of a paintbrush are the handle, the ferrule, and then the bristles, okay? Each one of these parts works with each other to create a painting. I always tell my students the handle is called a handle for one specific reason. You put your hand on the handle. Now, obviously, please try to do whatever makes you the most comfortable. I'm telling you how I teach, but please take what you need and then leave the rest if you need to. When it comes to watercolor, I really stress to my students though, watercolor kind of forces you to break out of your box a little bit. It makes you color outside of the lines almost, which is something a lot of students aren't used to. So for starters, I want to tell you all, embrace the mess, make mistakes, and enjoy the process. Learn from it. Your hand goes on your handle, and then this metal part here is called the ferrule. This is kind of what holds your bristles together and connects the brush as well, or the handle as well. And then you have your bristles, okay? A lot of students, what happens is they like to pinch all the way down here and their hands end up hurting. You don't have as much movement. I have a really hard time even holding it like this, so bear with me. They get stuck like this. And when you do this, I'm gonna dip in my water just to show you for demonstration purposes. My pan is already a little wet. I'm gonna mop my color instead of digging into it. I have color on my bristles, and then I'm going to show you what they end up doing. So when you're all the way down like this, one, you're really tight, which is great for detail. So if that's something you need to do, okay, I get that. But with watercolor, it limits you, and then it also hides part of your painting from you. Versus if I hold further up to the top, I'm gonna move some of this out of the way. If I hold further up to the top of my bristles, or the top of my brush, I then have a huge amount of movement that I can use. And I'm looking at my entire page instead of just the tiny amount that I'm seeing right there. Holding it further away allows you to go with the flow more, allows you to use your whole arm almost, and it also allows you to see more at the same time. Okay, just quick demonstrations on that, nothing pretty. This is about how we maintain our brushes. So, maintaining your brush is also part of how you clean your materials. I have color on my brushes right now. Yes, my water is colored. It's okay. This is for convenience and also utilization. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brush, I'm all done, I'm gonna clean up. Take my brush, I'm gonna give it a little dance in the bottom of my cup. No big hurricanes, no big tsunamis, nothing like that. Give it a little dance, little tap. And then I'm gonna wipe the excess off on the edge of my cup. Make sure I'm not seeing any pigment left on it. And then I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna give it a good little squeeze, make sure there's no color coming out. And I'm also gonna take this time to kind of reshape my bristles, get them all nice and in line. This is the biggest trick of the trade though, of how I maintain my brushes. I don't store my brushes in cups basically at all, or at least until they're fully dry. I store my brushes laying flat in the moment of when I'm painting and when I'm done with them. Storing them flat instead of in a cup with their bristles up or their hair up, whatever you want to say. Storing them flat allows them to dry in shape and in form, rather than if you put them into a cup, they might get jumbled up together, they might get mixed matched, they might just get frizzed out essentially. Or they might get flipped upside down and then you have bristles that end up like this, where they are kind of curved and kind of bent in a way that's not as effective as we would like to see. So cleaning your paintbrushes, reforming them, and then laying them flat after use is a great way to maintain your paintbrushes' longevity and use. It also allows you to see all the paintbrushes you have in front of you, so you can know what you need to change, and what you already have. I hope this video finds you all well. I would love to do more, so let me know what you want to see. Have a great week, guys.